A lot of them end up doing anyway.
6.
And that's all you really. 6, 7, 12, 19.
You can ask them.
You know why 7's afraid of 9?
That's
8,
expensive.
7, 8, 9.
It's 7, 8,
Jersey
9.
headbands?
Oh,
That's right.
as a little bit of a funny
Alright.
thing,
Sorry.
I went over and
Bitter one's for you.
Okay.
Chair.
Hold on. I'm
Oh,
just gonna
all right.
mute him.
I'm fine here.
Are you sure?
There you go, Sunker. Go ahead. You're good.
The thing with the character I made up for Tabletop Junkies game that I'll be participating in, I made her based off of an old practice in pre-medieval Japan. Would you have some asshole go over and write a whole bunch of riddles on paper, and then they'll throw it into people's houses? And then they'll just walk away, come back later, and it's like, would you like to know the answer to the riddle? It's like, because it's before internet, so how do you know? How do you know what the answer is? Unless you pay for it, bitch.
Or you go to the library and find the riddle book that they got it out of.
Well, this is
There's always
pre-medieval Japan. Pre-modern Japan.
Oh,
sorry.
pre-medieval
Pre-modern
Japan. Oh, that's just
Pre-modern.
monsters.
So it's just like there is no
pre-modern
library.
Japan. I didn't realize you went that. I didn't hear that part that it was pre-modern Japan.
Mm-hmm. So it's just
that
like,
would be horrifying.
did you just spark my feeling of wonder and creativity? Fuck, okay, here's a couple bucks. What's the answer? And it's always an asshole answer because it's a fucking riddle.
Well, and you know what? Like, it's one of them situations where, like, I don't know. I kind of wish we still lived in times where that was a real job, because that's totally a job I could do. That'd be great.
That's not a job. That's what a barker does at max.
No, that's great. Are you kidding me? You got to come up with because I'd actually give you credit. I'd actually come up with clever riddles because I'm just too much of a perfectionist. Like if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to do it, then it's one of them situations where it's like I'm going to come up with clever riddles. You're gonna be okay with paying me when I'm done with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, I actually thought more and more about this, and probably what the guys would do is they would gather as many riddles and stuff from another town, and then start hashing those out in the next town over, or a couple towns over. So it's not so much having to remember all these sorts of riddles, it's carrying riddles from one place to another.
Well, I would argue that there's worth for that. There's worth alone in that. You know, it's kind of like it's just like their version of the bards running around telling stories, except because that's what the bards would do. They'd pick up stories from town to town and try to embellish them and flourish them and make them really entertaining. And it's like they're just doing the same thing except with riddles. So I mean, that's kind of cool, actually. I think there's value in that, at least if nothing else, culturally valuable. Which I mean, that's kind of what we do around here. So you know, I can respect the hustle.
You sound like you're fucking dying, bro. You sound
That's
so
the worst
bad.
part. I'm like, I've got all this energy and I'm all hyper. Like I was at church today and everybody's like, man, you look like you lost some weight. You still feeling okay? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we got this new toy at church. Where is it? I want to see it. I want to play with it. Let's start messing with it. And then they're like, oh, all right, cool. And then like, oh wait, this is on fire. I'm like, okay, cool. I got to go fix this fire first. I guess I'll play with the toy later. And so I zoom off to go do that. And it's like, I sound like crap, but like, I'm good. You know, so it's just funny. It's funny. I mean, I can always do this. And we can really go crazy and wild. And that's always an option.
Well, in truth, we could always not tell you when you're talking like a lady.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, no, fortunately enough, like, I figured that one. I don't know how that one got as a default, but I figured I think I got it fixed now.
That one was great. I love Pablo never said anything. I was trying my best not to smile, and it was just like, keep going. I was looking at chat. Chat was like, "Why does he sound weird?"
That was my introduction with him. If you missed it, he was talking. It sounded like a 12-year-old girl to me. Like, hello, is this Jesse's daughter? Speaking of introductions, Jesse, reintroduction for you.
Yes.
Sunker, I'd like you to meet my sister, Britta.
Hello.
Hey.
We're sharing the same mic, so we had to do some talk. We tried to get, short version is figured out how to get us to work, but it's not perfect.
Okay.
Sounds fine over
we're
here.
a high quality production, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of them situations where at like some point I might figure out how to do this from the woods. So like it's not exactly something that we're particularly worried about, like the highest of quality of production. So I mean, I recorded video sounding like a frog all week last week because I didn't have a choice. So, these things do happen.
Ruth is more of an original Whovian than I am, although this is going to be interesting. I don't think you saw the original William Hartnell, the black and white.
I've seen the Tom Barker ones.
Tom Baker.
Sorry.
It's okay. But you saw it live. You were there for it.
No.
I thought you were. Because it was in the 70s.
We were in Africa then.
True. Yeah, we got quite a story.
I mean, that was all BBC controlled and broadcasting. If you had some rabbit ears, which you probably didn't, you probably could have actually seen some of it live. Well, because that was the funny part of some of the lost episodes.
Oh no, we had these old TVs with TVs with the aluminum foil squished on the antenna.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
In fact, the TV we had, it was with knobs, and the knobs broke, so we had to use pliers.
Oh yeah, I've done plenty of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I grew up like poor, so yeah. Oh, absolutely. My first TV in my bedroom was a little black and white that we picked up at like a garage sale or a flea market, and that was awesome because I was watching late night black and white, Three Stooges anyway, so I didn't notice the difference. It was great.
Chat, if you can't see him now,
he
he has
never
an
missed Star
IV
Trek.
attached to his
Nothing
arm. There's a priest right next to him.
Make sure you guys check out the direct donation links. As part of my last will and testament, I have 2 baby birthdays this month.
Oh, and I placed my mic into a new position, so it should be a little bit better.
Can you hear us now? We're trying to read it because I suspect you aren't able to hear us too well.
Oh, we could hear.
No,
we could hear you just fine. It just had a bit of a room echo when your sister was talking. I almost said cousin. I don't.
But yeah, that's just because they're on the Yeti and trying to both use that at the same time. That's not a big deal. That's other than that. Yeah, no. You guys were fine. You didn't have to do any repositioning. Trust me. I would have told you if there was a problem with your audio.
Okay.
Speaking of problems with my audio.
Hey, Pablo.
Would it be okay if sorry if I'm taking over a little bit. Would you mind if I do a little self-promotion for my sister? Just a little bit.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Okay, let's see.
I'm a little frightened now.
Oh, relax.
You should be. I'm absolutely terrified myself, so don't worry. I'm right there with you.
Go ahead. Just look at this. Well, look, you went to the Rare and Fair with him. So, you know what it's like.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I know what
we
Gryffen
had a great time, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Relax. Okay.
I can't wait for us to go back because I want to be able to spend like a couple of days so I can really, and my family loves to camp. So I'm totally cool up there with popping a spot and camping up there and let's be able to hang out for a couple of days and really enjoy it.
As I mentioned, Ruth is currently a professor. Yes, an associate professor. It takes 7 years to officially be.
Something like that. Yeah.
So, after COVID was the ballet, right? The ballet dropped out.
I had to. Every theater in the United States got shut down during COVID, and I pulled my MFA out of my back pocket and got a job teaching school.
Oh.
And she's really shy about this stuff. I posted a link to her webpage. So Ruth specializes in costume, also period costume.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, she's working specifically on the definitive. Well, she hopes to be the definitive work on 19th century full costume.
I've spent a lot of time studying folk costumes, and I've traveled all over the world, and I'm trying to put a book together. It's really, really hard to find a publisher.
But that's her webpage. Yeah. That's her webpage down there.
I got it.
That always seems to be the big one, is finding someone who will just fucking publish it.
Probably have to go self-publish.
Why a lot of people go over and self-publish nowadays.
I've had 3 no's. That means I'm narrowing it down, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. Well, because at some point, you're either going to go up to every single person in the industry and they're going to tell you no, and you're just going to be forced to self-publish anyway, or somebody's going to say yes. So it's like, you might as well just keep going through absolutely everybody you can get a hold of.
But yeah, so you want.
Well, it's a really narrow field, so there's not that many publishers.
I mean,
that
is true. So basically you've only got like 3 or 4 people to I got you. Well, I don't know. We might have to. I might have to.
Something like that.
Might have to look at that. Might have to look at that. I don't know. There's strange things that happen in our corner of the internet, so you never know.
So yeah, but of course, one of the side effects of studying 19th period culture. Well, you think it's starting to understand history, because as you've pointed out, you're a firm believer there's absolutely no way World War I couldn't have happened. Pretty much inevitable.
It was inevitable after looking at
the
way the world was going during that time. It was
Well, they wanted. They were amped for
how
it.
it's described.
I think you got the stories. Like one of the ones was oh shoot, I'm blanking. The original Crown Prince of Austria-Hungary. People know about the Archduke Ferdinand getting assassinated, but he wasn't the first one. Not really.
But no, like
there was a huge scandal.
You're gonna love this.
Go
ahead.
Oh, I forget the name of it, but there was a double murder. They believe it's a murder-suicide, where his mistress and he were found dead in their hunting lodge.
Did they run into some bullets and then hang themselves afterwards? Sort of a murder-suicide?
Well, the story goes that the morning after, her uncle came to the hunting lodge, and they were seen carrying her out to the carriage and propped up against the window with a hat mushed over her face. And what they didn't know was that there was a broomstick strapped to her back, and that she had a big hole in her head where she was shot.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And the Crown Prince was also dead, so they think that he shot her and then himself.
Wow.
Let's take out the garbage one more time.
That was actually the Crown Prince of the older brother to Archbishop. Those understand 1914 Archbishop Ferdinand and his wife Bang. They get shot. He's actually the second son. The first son was having a torrid affair with, was she a dancer or an actor? She was a performer of some sort.
No, I'm not really sure. Her name is Mary.
Oh.
I keep wanting to call her Mary Vespa, but it was something like that.
Oh, dear.
So they had an affair, and apparently, something went awry. So, yeah. Apparent murder-suicide, but they did everything they covered up to get the uncle come in. Oh, why don't you just escort your daughter home? So he and one of the guy come in, takes a while, and they quote unquote, one arm over the other one. Oh, darling, let's help you to the carriage. But as Ruth pointed out, no, they had a broom strapped up her back and a big hat over her face. Into the carriage. You never see her again.
Well.
Yeah. That's
Weekend at Bernie's with a touch of little murder. So
it's my favorite kind.
Go for it.
There are a lot of scandals going on back then.
Oh yeah,
really interesting stuff.
Well, this is what happens when you have a bunch of inbreds running around with power and the clout and a lot of entitlement.
Oh, exactly. I went to UVA for grad school, and one of the students was a Habsburg. And somebody said one day, if World War I had not happened, this guy would be important. So,
oh damn!
He was a very nice guy, but it was a little frightening thinking of him being in charge of a government.
Well, I mean, I don't actually hate to say it at all. European aristocracy was basically the hillbillies of the South. Because they were all so worried about power getting out of each other's families and everything else. And it's like, well, you kind of limited your stock. And when you do that and you're only rolling with, 6 dice instead of 100, you're bound to come up snake eyes a few too many times with the guys. So I don't know. That doesn't surprise
the
me.
Habsburgs
Stuff
and
like
the
that doesn't
Medicis were two big families, and
Go on.
the final, like there was the final, I think it was Habsburg in Spain, was so horribly inbred. His jaw was, if you look him up, it's Charles something, and his jaw was huge. He couldn't even eat.
Oh yeah,
Holy
like
shit.
it's really sad when you look at like the end of the line for that stuff, where they actually inbred themselves into extinction. It's actually quite sad, the lives they all lived.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, other than that,
Pablo, are you alive down there? How are
Yeah,
you
I'm
doing?
just enjoying some history.
Hi, Pablo.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
I-
Doctor Who
We're
was
nerds.
supposed to be a history show. Go ahead,
I'm
Pablo,
just a
sorry.
bit sad that nobody mentioned the Borgia, but yeah, other than that.
oh dear, how could you forget about the Borgia?
Hey, the Lannisters had nothing on them, to be honest.
Yeah, they don't. Lucrezia got out pretty okay, getting into the family that eventually made those really nice cars. So
Well, I mean,
Oh boy.
it's one of them situations where it's like there's a reason why they tell you like truth can be stranger than fiction. It's like if you study history, you're like, I could write a really messed up story, or I can just copy what these sick, twisted little guys actually did, and like it's gonna be 10 times worse than what I could come up with. So let's just do that. Yeah. So no, Pablo's 100% right.
There's something funny about how people can be really weird when they have a lot of money.
well, once you don't have the worry of being able to get resources, you need to find something else to go for and give your life meaning. And often that fails. Often people can't find that.
It's just like every other drug addict. It's looking for the next high. What can I experience that's more crazy, that's more insane than what I've already done? And it's people
Yeah,
that
but-
can't just be satisfied with what they've got.
If the answer to that question is your sister, something is really wrong.
Whoa. I know. Well,
Yeah,
that's
no.
the whole point.
I'm not going
That's
there.
the whole
I'm not
point.
Dude,
going
actually, nerd, I went over and saw a very funny.
Okay, go ahead.
I saw funny commercials like inspired by who's the one that was the hand that had some boy brother of the Lannisters.
Oh,
Jamie.
Jamie,
Game of Thrones.
inspired by Jamie. You can take the hand challenge. It's like you can get this little gay ass badge and shit. And I'm like, wow. You too can go over and fuck your sister. Just like
No.
Oh, Jesus.
that was the first thing
Well,
that popped into my head. So it's just like,
When Alabama starts playing.
All right. Right, but down. Jesus, this was supposed. Remember, this was a history show, but Jesus, it was supposed to be a family-friendly show too, boys and girls.
Well, okay,
Holy
sorry.
Well, that's
Bring it
family
back.
friendly.
On that
That's too
note,
friendly in the family.
on that note, Doctor Who intro, boys and girls. Hi.
Daleks screaming through the void. Time Lord scheming, oh what a ploy. Zygons shifting flesh and face. Where did it go wrong? What a disgrace. When Doctor Who was good, when it burned like it should, when the TARDIS doors slammed and the monster still stood. A sunken maiden, her yell so clear, echoes in the ocean you can't unhear. Cybermen marching steel on steel, fear was all too real. Common nerd ranting, hands in the air. Gallifrey's gone, he's pulling his hair. When Doctor Who was good, when it burned like it should, when the stories had weight, and the endings were Mr. Grant Gregory, he knows it all, the rise, the fall, the cannon call with his scarf and his specs and his books stacked tall. Grant Gregory, tell us
How are we doing tonight, boys and girls? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things through a common sense lens. And welcome to another wonderful edition of When Who Was Good, boys and girls, our retro classic Who edition. Where, as you can see on our screen already, we are going through the William Hartnell era. Boys and girls, it is an absolute blast. We've got Series 7, the Sensorites, excuse me, that we are working our way slowly through. We've got episode 3, Hidden Danger, tonight. So that should be a lot of fun. We're having a grand old time going through all of this. So it should be a lot of fun tonight as well. Yes, I know I still sound like a frog and probably will for the next week because my job is to talk for a living. And if I can't take long enough off to let it completely and totally come back to it, but that's okay. We're back at it. We got lots of cough drops, and we're here to have a good time and watch some classic Who. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat first. But, of course, we're going to have to say hi to all our fabulous panels out there. And returning from the ether, having way too much fun with herself and some animated generated elves out there. Boys and girls, Sunker Maiden broke herself away from that and came to join us for some classic Who. How are you, sister? How's everything going?
I'm doing good. I won't admit that I went over and spent 6 hours auto-generating AI images for a whole bunch of stupid stuff, so shut up and how dare you shame me.
I would never shame you because I've spent far longer than...
You did.
What did you do, nerd?
That was some serious considering. What was so
no, we
bad?
Can't hear you.
Yeah, I know. It cut out literally right in the middle of it. I saw it. But no, trust me, I could never shame you for that because I've spent far longer than 6 hours messing with stuff like that. So no, absolutely, I can't shame you. It's just fun to tease you because I knew you were going to take it personally, and that's how I know it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so you had a good time then. Good. I'm glad you had a good time playing with yourself.
And I had a good time with Leaf. I have to go back to work tomorrow. So sad, but you know, it is. I'll be depression posting to you later. Everything sucks.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yay. All right, somebody send Sunker some memes for the love of God. This is ridiculous.
You have my
no, that'll be fun. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Gryffen. I appreciate that. Speaking of sympathies, Pablo, how are you, buddy? How's everything going? How have you been?
It has been a fun couple of days. I have been enjoying all the memes, you know. Uh, this year started with a bang. Short bang, by the way. Dude, how do you get a whole country down in 3 hours? And there's still guys thinking that they are going to do a mass invasion, and they don't need that. The US don't need that. Stop being a hippie.
Well,
I
in
mean,
truth, actually, if you think about it, Star Trek called it when Worf went over and helped take over Risa because he's like, "Fuck you guys, you couldn't handle war."
Yep.
well, it's one of them situations where it's like, because I watched a lot of that post everything yesterday, and I watched like the whole speech and the whole press briefing and everything else. And first off, I'll say it was very obvious that Air Force general was really enjoying telling everybody about everything. Essentially, what it comes down to is we didn't need this many guys, but we took this many guys because we wanted to remind all of you of exactly what the fuck we can do, who we are, and how we can get you. So we took this many guys, and somebody accidentally got a lucky shot off us. And that was the last we heard of anybody trying to take a shot at us because they were all gone after that. So thanks. Hey, shout out to all the boys and girls that made it all happen. That was literally like the general's whole speech.
Yep.
Great. I was like,
Dude,
I was, yeah.
you gotta
Like, we did
think.
it because we could.
If aliens ever came to Earth, that's basically a good comparison of what happened.
That's
You
actually,
don't
yeah.
you get a superior army that is absolutely overwhelming you, that appears in a second, everything is over. That's what we can expect. And now we know how it feels. So it's really fun times.
I just like it was one of those funny things too, because like I'm sitting here listening to this story and I'm like, I can imagine the pilots, like everybody's been itching to actually be able to go out and have some fun and like actually like play with all the toys that they really haven't got to play with in a while, you know? And like all I can see is like the pilot goes, dink, oh, they hit us. Yay. Because he goes, the plane stayed in the air. Everything was perfectly. The helicopter was fine. It stayed in combat, completed its mission. And I'm like, all I can think is that pilot went, dink, ooh, yay. And it's just fire and flame, and there's nothing left. He's like, yeah. That's how those guys are, man. They get to play with the toys. They got to play with all their favorite toys. And yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's insane. It was wild. However you feel about geopolitics, it's nuts either way. It's just the accomplishment was insane. But we're not here to talk about that. But I know it's got Pablo excited because that's like some of his kind of region of the world and stuff. So
Yep.
I don't blame you, buddy. I don't blame you.
It's
I'm
a
excited for
nicer-
you.
It's a nicer takeover than what Russia did. So
Oh yeah, they are still at that. How
they're
many
still
years?
doing it.
5 years, not five. Like live
Oh.
history, not get on it, but yeah, 5 years, man.
That was-
Jeez. Oh.
That was, I saw that meme too. It was like the Russian soldiers that were part of the special elite mission 5 years later, watching America get it done in 30 minutes. It's like, who's actually a threat to us in the world again? Who?
Look,
Who?
you just gotta.
Who?
He's the big idiot neighbor, like mostly harmless, but you still gotta keep your eye on him.
Right, he's still a little crazy. He's a little, he's still got some them big toys laying around somewhere, so he's a little twitchy. So you still got to be nice to him. Yeah, I don't.
At the end of the Hitchhiker Guides to the Galaxy, when there's these alien species that are pissed off with humans and come to destroy us, so they fly straight into war mode. They enter Earth, and then adults catch them.
You're cutting up something fierce, sir.
Stay close to the mic, Pablo.
Oh, sorry.
good.
Yeah, there's an alien species that comes to Earth trying to wage war because they are really pissed off about us, and they enter Earth ready for attacking. and a dog just takes them as a frisbee.
Oh, that's from the third one. That's so great. Yeah, that. Oh, good grief, we can go on that one. Yeah, that. Yeah, it said that one of the great alien empires. They're so angry with the Earth, and so they sent every life ship. Except the problem is there was a size difference. They didn't realize the difference between their species and ours, so they're all eaten up by a little dog.
Yep.
Oh no! The Germanites.
So
no.
Great. That is so great. Well, speaking of great, Gryffen, what's going on, buddy? How's everything going for you?
Well, as a lot of you heard, and with permission, and actually kind of a request too, because you did ask this here, Jesse, meet my sister, of course. You don't have a picture of her. We're trying to get her set up, like trying to get me set up. She'll probably do a better job of this than I will. All right, Jesse, met me. Texas Red Fair 2 years. Can you believe it's been 2 for years now?
2.5.
Ruta, and she's being a little shy about. Look, it's okay. We're just a bunch of nerds, okay?
I don't generally engage in that much conversation regarding politics, so.
Oh, that's.
Oh yeah, no, that was just
I
Pablo's
enjoyed
excited because it's his
Independence Day. We came back.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, I love that movie. That was my movie.
Dude, I was so sad when I realized that speech of his that the president's was only actually 35 seconds long, because it feels so much longer when you're kind of sitting there watching it, because I wanted to copy it and do it for something, and I realized it was way too short. It made me sad.
Dude,
I love that movie.
They were so. I think it's more so just the build up, because that movie did it so freaking great of just how effed humanity was, which there's the best you could possibly do was maybe not die, was where humanity was at that moment. So there was no idea of winning, but we're gonna go over and keep fighting. So that's why it probably felt longer than it actually was.
And how times have changed. Remember, that was 30 years ago, and that was when Will Smith was cool.
Yeah, before he was a cook.
Sorry.
Well, oh man, there's all kinds of stories about that now. I don't know. I did a video over it, and all I'll say is go watch my video, because to me it sounds like somebody's looking to get a bag, is what it feels like to me. So yeah, that's what I would. But go. There's a full details, and you can make up the mind. You can make up your own damn mind. But yeah.
Anyway, okay.
I just remember his wife totally emasculating him. So that's where
she's been doing that for decades. Yeah,
now it stinks.
So Jada succeeded where an entire alien species could not.
Yes,
pretty much.
I mean,
man, I'm just saying, there's people that you just kind of look at, and sometimes you're like, I think that might be possessed by a demon. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not saying that. I've never been in her presence. I've never smelled sulfur around her. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if I stood next to her and I smelled sulfur. That's all I'm saying.
Is that what you thought when I first showed up on your channel with JT all those years ago? It's like, ha!
No, that was more like vodka. That was no. What did we have back in the day?
It was whiskey.
Well, it was whiskey. Whiskey is what it actually was. I was trying to give you a more ethereal, woman in the woods kind of going with your little thing. You're you're mixing nightshade and figuring out how to get wasted off of it or something without killing yourself. And that's all. She won.
Welcome to the show, by the way, Mr. Gryffen.
I warned you. We're nerds. What can I say, right?
Your average Patriot nerd for $2 says you want to be intimidated by someone, you give them the lazy eye.
Yeah!
From Fightful Goes West. God, I love Fightful Goes West. That was one. I love both. I love the Fightful movies. Those were so good. Thank you, Your Average Patriot Nerd. Appreciate that, brother. Back when they were really good cartoons.
Same guy who went over into Land Before Time. And that's when they would actually go over and really put kids through really rough shit. Like Land Before Time, you got to watch Littlefoot's mom die right in front of him dying. You gotta
Dude, I watched Bambi in like the early 90s. Okay, y'all are like damaged by Land Before Time. I'm like, I watched Bambi like 6.
Well, Bambi's not that shot. She gets shot and then it's done. Yeah. But like, you have to stay with Littlefoot's mom.
Oh, that's true. That Littlefoot scene is pretty graphic. That's pretty harsh. That one is pretty harsh. But of course, then we've got all the nerds that were scarred by the Transformers movie in the 80s. So it's like, yeah. I'll tell you what, this is the thing that I miss, is back when entertainment didn't take punches with kids' cartoons, didn't pull their punches with kids' cartoons, okay? Like Batman the Animated Series, there's some scary, frightening parts, dude. And then you go back a little farther, and it's like, no. We're going to put your children in a scary, uncomfortable situation because we know more than likely they're either sitting next to you in a theater watching this, or they're sitting at home with you watching this on the couch. And we know they're safe, but you know what? Everybody needs to know how to experience fear. And that's one of the best, safest ways for children to do it. One of the healthiest ways for them to do it. And they've taken that away from us by making retarded ass fucking cartoons like they do nowadays.
Dude, like, I think the one that went the hardest was the animated Batman movie, The Joker Returns, because of what he does to Robin. And how intense it was, and how visually graphic it was, where it didn't show too much, but it really did hit you. They inferred enough.
Yeah, you knew exactly what was happening off screen.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and you're absolutely right. And that's one of the things that, like, good storytelling should be able to do that in a way exactly like that. You have to have that kind of stuff. And so,
gee, were you seeing the bludgeoning death had quite an impact?
I almost gave it to her, and then we kind of started talking again. But yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It really did have quite the impact.
Yes, we will.
I might even say he really felt it all the way down to his soul.
Oh, sorry, my sister's going really, like.
It damaged him on a very deep and personal level.
Okay.
We could go. We could go. I'm going to stop. Gallows humor. Oh, dear Lord, forgive me.
That was pretty blunt. A pretty blunt pun, says Pablo.
Oh, that's a really blunt pun. Oh,
yes,
God.
We're like this. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't even drink anymore. So yeah, this is me like.
So like, yeah, I'll show up. It's like, how long do you go? 3 hours.
3 hours later. All right, let's say hi to everybody out there in the chat, and let's get started with some Doctor Who. Now that we're almost 40 minutes in.
Sorry.
No, you're good. This is how it always goes. I'm never expecting anything different around here. This eccentric, what's up, buddy, with his bees in the chat. And remember, boys and girls, your emojis will fly over my face, just like if you send donations and do all that other kind of fun stuff. We got direct donations. We do have 2 birthdays this month, boys and girls. We got Chipmunk and the Dinosaur. Dinosaur's birthday is actually tomorrow. Boys and girls, tomorrow, Dinosaur will officially be 2 years old. And then Chipmunks is on the 22nd. So I got double birthdays this month, boys and girls. So direct donations will be very much appreciated. But all of it goes very, very well. There we go. Silver Galaxy 2. Thank you, DJ Davis. Good to see you, buddy. Says, not a Whovian. Am from the black and white era. Love. Thank you, G. Davis. Appreciate you, Silver Galaxy. Thank you, my friend. Very good. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. $2 over on the YouTube side. Boys and girls, $2 over on the YouTube side. We certainly appreciate that. Thank you very much, G. Davis. And you know what? Between your average Patriot nerd and G. Davis, that's almost $5. We can give you a cute little baby for that. We can give you a cute little baby for that.
God damn you, nerd. I need to get pregnant. Fuck. Every time.
She said that out loud, boys. Remember, $25 application for your background fee. Goes along with the application. Hit me up in Discord. We'll work all of the details out.
Yeah,
I
but
need your last 2 tax returns. I need your last 2 pay stubs. Show that you're current employed. I need a criminal background check. I need your latest blood work. And yes, an STD screen would be appreciated as well. One way or another, that's
Oh,
going to
it's your
happen. Either you do it on your own, or and you don't want. No, you just get it done on your own. You don't want to have Common Nerd to take things into his own hands. It's not going to.
Yes, we said it. My sister's looking at me. Are you people?
For much.
My sister's like, what are you? Said, look, we're nerds. We set people up on dates, not in the right way, but we set people up on dates.
You guys are single,
okay.
sorta.
Don't worry. I'm gonna start dragging Sunker to all. Don't worry. When we get things straightened out, I'm gonna start dragging Sunker to all the meetups. So don't worry.
I hate meetups. though. I hate them.
Hassa hoppa. So there's a lot of riddles of absolutely terrible answers. Once I came across one recently. Why do boys wear daily, but girls wear only once a year? Answer, the letter Y.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure I get it. I don't know. Channel 199. Perfectionism and retardation are a rare combination. It is true. It is true.
I do have a worse riddle for you, but one that does make sense. What is the end of everything?
I don't know what.
A G. And that's the thing I'm going to use for vicious mockery. So,
I love it.
psychic damage.
I love it. That is great. Vern Davis, there he is. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, buddy. G Davis, good to see you. He's on Galaxy 5. That's right. Good to see you, buddy. You ever Richard Nerd? 5 hours later, a Doctor Who show started. Hello, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Richard Nerd. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, glad you made it in. Into the line, last stop. That's right. Asperger's. Yes, exactly, Vernon. Yeah, that stuff was wild. Thinking about yep. Shadow Warden 99, another one of our fine members of the Nerd Herd, which you can also become a channel member or a member of the Nerd Herd, boys and girls, for $5 less or a month. You know what platform you're on. Maintaining our 100. Actually, we're officially at 98 out of 100 over on Rumble now. So we were at 100. We were over 100. Dragon Noodle came in and hung out with us on New Year's Day, and got us over the 100 hump over there on Rumble. But now we're at 98. So yeah, it was really cool. It was good to see you. We had a lot of fun. He was like, I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter, but this looks like a fun wizard game. I'm like, it is a fun wizard game.
Yeah, like fucking what they would. It sounds like Hogwarts Legacy actually did go through a little bit of development hell, and you can see some of the stuff where, like, why was this included? Okay, we're just not going to address this. All right, we're moving along. But that they managed to make a wonderful patchwork game out of all the development hell, I find very impressive.
Even at the end, there's a bit of wonkiness on the story. Yeah, but
well, you can tell that there was supposed to be a good bad element, as well as like getting all of the pieces to make the portrait that would eventually be the one wizard that went rogue, or the one witch that went rogue. You can kind of tell that's what it was supposed to be, and you and Sebastian were supposed to use that avenue as a potential means of getting somewhere, but it ended up getting scrapped.
Yeah, it was one of those, they had a lot of really grand ideas and they ran out of time and budget. And that's why they're working really hard on the second one right now, because that's the only profitable Warner Brothers game that they've had in like the last 5 years. So yeah, that one's getting expedited. We'll be getting the next one soon. Melissa Smith says, apps. Good to see you, Melissa. Glad you made it in, sister. What will be? Good to see you, buddy. What will be? Jacob Armadillo, what's up, buddy? Oh, it is a friendly reminder for all of you out there over on YouTube, because of the copyright claim system and all of that kind of fun nonsense. Join us on one of our alternative platforms. We are on Rumble, Pilled, Kick, Twitch, X, aka Twitter as well. All of those fun things. So yeah, we're on Twitch because there's like one person that likes to watch over on Twitch, but we're over there, and that's okay. So yeah, good to see you, Jacob Armadillo. But yeah, join us on one of the alternatives, boys and girls. What will be? Hail, what will be? Good to see you. Peter Raymond Sensei's, what the heck did I walk into? Yeah, what would you expect any different from us? Would you expect any different from us? Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Eric D. Reed, what's up, buddy? Book stack tall, I'm in. See, there you go. There you go. Book stack tall. You're in. That's what we need to hear. That's what I like it. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. All right, let's see. At least you don't sound like a new Kermit. Well, I don't know what new Kermit sounds like, so probably not. Got a smart TV for Christmas. Nice. Tip forward. Now I'm Google TV impaired. Oh no. Tip forward. Screen broke. Bought another one. Now I'm Google TV impaired. Over it. That's great. That's horrible. Oh, that's great. Oh, what will be? There we go. Hi, Pablo. There you go. All right. I was making sure I'm not missing anybody. Vernon, there you go. And this eccentric, I see you over on Kick as well, buddy. Good to see you. That way, Fansite won't be lonely later. It was a double pack rated R. Oh God, what is Fansite playing with? I got carded. Oh, you got carded about a movie at Kmart. Oh, that is wild. That is hilarious. All right, Hassa, Fansite, Silver Galaxy. There he is. Let's see here. Just making sure I don't want to miss it. The Average Richard Nerd. There we go. You guys are having fun tonight. John Washburn. No, you haven't missed the show yet. Good to see you, John. Not yet. We still got a little bit to talk about. The Harry Potter book is a letdown. Oh, I'm sorry, Hass. I was hoping that thing would be really good, the new one. Yeah, you didn't miss anything yet. Shadow Warden's his future husband. Smarter Chris. What's up, buddy? Hassa. Yeah, I prefer Jim Dale over Stephen Fry. There you go. Let's see some. I'm glad somebody's liking it. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, who wants to give the recap for last week's episodes?
Alrighty, what happened last time? Oh, you know what? Pablo, you do it.
Pablo, this is the Sensorites.
This is your episode.
Space and the Unwilling Warriors. You remember what happened in the first two episodes enough to keep it to that?
Of course. Well, basically, Dr. Ampari,
closer to your mic, Pablo.
Sorry. The dog.
Good.
God damn it! I think I can.
Sorry,
can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the Doctor and Party arrive into a ship where people are kinda dead, but not really, and it's because an alien species has been keeping them in a weird state, including controlling their minds. This species is the Sensorites, that at the beginning appeared to be just generic monsters, but they actually want to talk, and Susan decided it's a great idea to go with them against the wishes of the Doctor. So now we have to see how the Doctor reacts and see, are these Sensorites really a threat? And Jesse, bon appetit.
No, that was excellent, Pablo. That was well done. No, and that's basically where we find ourselves out. There wasn't a whole lot revealed. And that's kind of the point of the first two opening episodes. You're setting the stage for everything. This is where you're starting to show all the cast and all the figures and who's going to end up playing things. And now we've got our wonderful Susan finding herself right in the middle of things once again, because that's just always fun. That's always fun for Susan. So it'll be a good time. Go ahead.
It was a mix of things. The reason why the aliens are being dicks is because they don't want them to leave and still have this knowledge of we have unobtainium. I don't remember what the mineral was, but we have unobtainium. We don't want you to know. So that's why they don't want the human people to leave, and why they've basically been non-violently abusing them by mentally fucking them the entire time before they make their nice little padded cell for them on planet. And that's where Susan is right now.
Yes. Yeah. So it's pretty wild. It's pretty nuts. And it's a fun time. So yeah, and kind of strangely fitting for all of this. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here. And then we are going to have to, of course, jump over to just the, well, we have to eliminate YouTube is what it ends up coming down to. So Fansite, Peter Venkman Fansite has dropped the link. Thank you very much for that, sister. Appreciate that. Down over there for the Rumble stuff, I see Silver Galaxy 5 has already joined us over there. So I hope all the rest of you can as well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. If you're catching this on the replay, hopefully you enjoyed the little recap of what we've got. This is now part 2 of Series 7. We're doing part 3 next week as well, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be doing this all over again, and maybe you guys can catch us over there on us there as well. But until YouTube actually understands what fair use is, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of all of that. So, Sunker, wave goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Oh, gosh. What is that?
Hmm?
There we go. Sorry. I've got too many things making noise in the background. There we go. All right. Here we go, boys and girls.
He's actually on 5 channels at once. Eliminated one of them.
I am.
That is loud.
Is it too loud?
You got now it's okay.
No, it just like